Katie Haywood, one of the digital learning coordinators. We're here at Willow Spring High School where the students are working on a multimedia project talking about their families. This started when Senora Porras reached out to her digital learning coordinators to get ideas for how to increase motivation and engagement with her students. She sat down with them and they looked at the objectives for her content. After thinking about what was really important in the project, they started thinking about ideas that can increase engagement and give students some choice in how they're going to complete this project. They were able to choose from a variety of technology tools and apps to write about and then record them talking about their families. There were video options and hands-on options through the Maker tools.
So I am Porras. I am from Costa Rica. This is my second year teaching here in North Carolina. I am with a program called Participate Learning. Right now I am at Willow Spring High School teaching the Spanish 1. In this unit we were talking about family. So the goal of the project was that the students needed to present about their families and express and describe them, select 5 of them and describe them. So it doesn't matter the kind of project they selected, the objective was the same. So based on the objective, they could work in their different projects in the same way. At the end, they needed to record themselves speaking about their family, because it's not just to put everything in writing, it's also to speak and to use the speaking skills. And what's so nice and helps me a lot to check pronunciation, to check vocabulary, to check grammar. So I put everything together in the same project and I could assess every skill I needed to assess. And it was nice.
So I had to write about my family and I had to show and record my voice in Spanish saying about my family and telling people about them. And then I had to choose how to present it. And then I will go to class tomorrow and present it to the whole class in front of everybody.
What was different about this project? It's like different ways that you can express your family and all this in this language.
I really like this project because we were able to do different things. We were able to just do our own things. We were just told the guidelines of what the idea what we had to do. We were just able to do whatever we wanted to do and how the project we wanted to do. And we were able to record voice lines to help with our project and learn the subject better. And we were able to just do things to represent what we wanted to do and what we wanted to learn and what we've learned in the class so far.
So today in Spanish, I'm creating a project on my family. My computer has let me record audio and make it clear and have clear pictures for my project.
So having options is good because it helps me with the way I learn, because I don't learn like everybody else and everybody doesn't learn the same. So having a choice to learn with something that can help me and other people can learn different ways is good in a sense that I can learn what I actually need to.
I really like the way we have worked together with the learning coordinators. I think they have been really helpful with my classes because they help me to make this more interactive and dynamic. The students have enjoyed a lot and I have enjoyed a lot and learned too much too, because I think these activities can motivate the students and help them to be on task.
Over the course of this project, the digital learning coordinators came into the class and supported Ms. Porras and the students learning how to use the different apps. They worked on their Chromebooks and their devices to write about their families and then use the technology tools to record video and upload pictures from their Google Drive.
I saw the digital learning coordinators helping out a lot of students, with the Flipgrid and all the other options, and they seemed pretty helpful throughout the project. Every time I looked at them, they were outside helping, they were in here helping, so they did a pretty good job of that.
In the past, I remember that we used to work with poster sports, and the kids put out pictures and they present in front of others, but now the things are different. So with this kind of technological applications, the kids can work in the same way, but they will feel more confident if they record themselves and they have the time for think about what they are going to say and to present them to the class. For example, the book creator thing, it is very nice because it's an application that they put all the pictures together they present and they record themselves. And then when they present to the class or to the teacher, they will see it as a book. And it is very nice and interesting. Also, the other application, the Makey Makey, it is very nice and depends on the learning styles, I think. They will select the application they want. That one was very interesting because a student need to code or decode things for speaking, and it was so nice too. And nowadays, I think in those applications, it is a way teachers can save time when they work. Presenting all the projects takes around, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, right? With these applications now, it helps me to save the time because they can present just in one day. We can display all the projects students can see, and I can give them the feedback in the same day, just in one day.
So I mainly just like all of this because, one, it's very hands-on, and two, it's all technology, which I enjoy and I feel is helpful for just easier for me to learn with hands-on experiences.
So what I like about LMS is that they help me to have everything organized during class. For example, if a student was sick, nowadays with COVID, it's very common that they are, absent. It helps me to put everything together, and also helps the student to get all the resources on time. If they are at home, they can do the same thing what the students are doing here in class because I put everything on the LMS. And also, all the explanation for the projects, everything is there. So they are not going to feel lost. They are not going to miss any material or any document because everything is going to be there. So it's very easy to have everything organized for these kind of projects and our daily classroom too.
Senora Porras was able to take advantage of her learning management system and posted all of her materials there, so students had access to them no matter where they were in the project or even in the class. Students who were sick at home or quarantined were still able to access their materials and work on their project.
Yeah, something I noticed important about these projects during this week is that the students were engaged during class. They were very active participants and they like to stay there on task, and it facilitated me. Also, the coordinators helped me too much on explaining to them what they have to do. Also, the students were asking questions about how to improve the project because when they see that others have different features for the project, for the same project, they wanted to ask how to do that and how to improve the project they were working on. And I think it was very nice because I noticed that they were doing that because they really wanted to do it. And it's something sometimes that is hard for teachers to put them in that kind of feeling that they want to do it, not because the teacher wants them to work. It was because they really wanted to do it.
I'm not good at focusing, I'm not good at it. So this class, I thought it wasn't going to be my favorite if I'm being honest, but it's one of my favorite classes. So when I had to choose, I chose one where I could do it hands-on and where it looked fun.
I chose book creator because it looked fun, easy, and I don't have to go in front of the class and talk about the project.
Yeah, I feel like I had more ownership about what I got to do and more freedom on my project.
This was actually a project that I had to get a lot of info on, a lot of info about my family, pictures, etc. So I think I take ownership in the fact that I was able to do all that, by myself, with of course my family helped me, but with no anybody else helping me with the project.
The school district facilitates the devices, and it is really helpful for the students that can get one, and they have the devices here and they can access the information whenever they want. And that's good for me and for them too, because it facilitates the way we work during class.
I learned how to code on this device, and I learned how to like use two different conductors to connect it to my computer, and I learned how to use that to make that like use one conductor and connect it to my computer, and then use that to talk instead of me actually talking about the project.
My device is like the main brains of like the whole thing. We just like write the code. We wrote the code on that. We recorded the video on that, and like the device is like the main thing that we need to use. Like everything else is just helpful for the device, but the device is like the main brains of the operation.